Hey everybody, welcome back to the Dungeon Dive. Daniel here. I hope you're doing well, and if you're not, I hope you are soon. Okay, today on the Dungeon Dive, we are taking a quick look at Squire for Hire, a little micro game from John Merchant. I recently covered a small box game, and I can't remember which one it was, but somebody recommended to me Squire for Hire and said I should take a look at it. And so I decided to pull the trigger on it. And I'm pretty happy I did. I purchased the main core set, which is this here, and that's what we'll focus on today. And then I also picked up the second core set, which is Mystic Ruins, or Mystic Runes, I should say. And then I also picked up the Squire pack, which is an expansion for both of the core sets. And we'll take a look at the expansion and the core set 2 in a little more detail after we take a look at the first core set here. So Squire for Hire is a micro game. It is for 1 to 2 players. It is very quick. It is about 15 minutes. And inside this package, you will have your rules here. The rules are okay. I recommend watching a how to play video just to get a little bit more detail because they were working with this kind of limited space. They did really have to kind of cram in the rules, and it wasn't quite as simple to learn as I would have liked. But one simple rule video and you will be set to go. It's a really quick laying game, or it's a really quick playing game and it is a tile laying game. It's a tile placement game, and it's pretty charming. And I've had some fun with it. I took this to the bar the other night, and a friend of mine and we played. I think it was 3 games in a row. So let's take a little look at how Squire for Hire is played. So in each of the core sets, you will get 4 squires, and these are the squires that you are playing. You are playing as a squire who is going along, and you are having to organize the bag of loot that the main hero might be using. And depending on how your bag is organized, you will earn a certain number of points. And in order to do well at the solo game, you want to try to get 25 points or more when you score the game at the end. If you're playing against another player, whoever has the most points wins the game. So we have different squires such as Uro, Tenderfoot, Gust, and Fran. And each one of these squires scores points in a different way. And so that's kind of where the variety goes. So we'll just kind of mix this up here, and we'll take Uru here, the Mage's Apprentice. And so as the name suggests, this squire here is focused on getting points by getting more magical items in their backpack. There are a number of different kinds of items. We have weapons, armor, magic, and valuables. And then there are also potions. And then there are also junk items. Junk items will give you negative points at the end of the game, and the other items will give you positive points. You will also get a couple of score cards that you can use, and these also have some rules on the back here. But these score cards are dry erase, and so you can use these to score your game at the end of the game. The remainder of the cards here will be your adventure cards, and the adventure cards are 2-sided. On one side, you have different kinds of challenges, such as you have dungeons and quests and encounters. And then on the other side here, you will have your items that will be fitting in your backpack. And this is where the tile laying part of the game comes into play. So to start the game, you will shuffle up your cards here, and you will deal out 2 cards to yourself or 2 cards to each player. And this is your starting backpack. And you have to cover items. This is a game about covering certain items and getting certain combinations of items. For Uro, to get more points at the end of the game, I want to have adjacent. I want to have spell books and scrolls, or crystal balls and scrolls adjacent to each other. And for those main items that I mentioned before, you have valuables here are yellow, weapons are red, magical items are purple. Those are all worth points. And the darker squares, those are junk items. And those are worth negative 1 point each at the end of the game. Except for Uro has food is worth 0 points. So if I have any food left, if I have any food junk, because he's a raccoon and raccoons are trash bandits, of course, I don't view food as being a negative thing. And so, or food trash as being a negative thing. But to start the game, you have to cover up an item. And when you cover up an item, one item has to fit fully on the card below it. So I could take this this magical scroll there, and you have to cover up one item to begin the game with there. You can, as long as it can fit on the card, you can place it anywhere, but you can't partially cover up an item. So I'm going to place that right there like that. So that is my kind of my starting backpack. And then we take the rest of the cards here, and we will deal out 2 cards on either side of our quest deck. And then we are working through this adventure quest deck in order to get more items, in order to make decisions on which items we want to get in order to add to our backpack. So we have our quest here. Our quest is: a group of bandits have trapped you in a nearby cave and demand a toll to let you free. So the way you can overcome this quest, and if you do, you get to choose one of these loot cards to add to your backpack. To overcome this quest, I can either have 2 spaces of weapons revealed in my backpack. Right now, I don't have any weapons in my backpack, so I can't do that. I could lose 1 valuable, and that would mean covering up 1 valuable in my backpack to pay off those bandits. And I think I will do that. And I will take this card as my reward because I do want these scrolls here. And I'm going to cover up this ring here with that scroll. And I will place that like that. And now I have 2 scrolls adjacent to each other. If you have like items adjacent to each other, you get some bonus points at the end of the game. And so now the next turn would be I would flip over this new loot card here, and now I am in a dungeon. So this says that the dungeon, your party ventures into a powerful sorcerer's lair. Their illusions can lead you into dangerous traps unless you have the magic to protect yourself. So to get a loot from this adventure, I have to have 3 squares of magic items, or I can cover a potion. Now, I don't have a potion in my bag, but I do have 3 squares of magical items. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Plus, Uru here gives me 1 bonus point of magic. So I actually have 5 pieces of magic. So I am actually going to take this card here because I really do want this crystal ball here. And I'm going to place the crystal ball like this, covering up that armor. But now I have a crystal ball next to actually what I could also do here is actually, this would be actually better here because I can place this crystal ball like this, covering up this junk here. Actually, that doesn't fit there. So maybe I want to place it like that. If I place it like that, it's adjacent to that scroll there. I'm trying to place it to where it's adjacent to both of these. And I could place it like this. That would cover up 2 valuables. However, now this crystal ball is actually adjacent to that scroll and to that scroll. So that actually gives me 1 complete bonus there of 2 points, and you can double up. So now that's worth 4 points. So that's a pretty good placement there. And then we would flip that over and go on. Okay, so the next turn here is I have an encounter. You come across a wounded traveler. He agrees to give you his precious loot if you give him a healing potion. So I would need to cover up a healing potion. I do have a potion in my bag. I could take one of these, and I think I will take this here, and I will cover up the potion. I have to cover up the potion because that's what I'm giving the wounded traveler. And I will cover up the potion, and some glasses and place the sword in my bag like that. And then flip over that card. So next up is any noise will alert the guards to your attempts to steal the goods. Drop the armor that clangs inside your bag to avoid detection. I have to give up 1 point of armor to take one of these. I will take this card here, and I will actually cover up this armor with this book like that. Then we continue on to flip the cards, and so on. You would continue to go in a solo game. You would continue to go until you've worked through all of the encounter, quest, and dungeon cards. And then at the end of the game, you will take a look at your backpack and how it is situated, how many like items you have next to each other, how much junk is exposed, how many items total, and you will work through your scoring card. You will get 1 point each for each item that you have that is a weapon, armor, magic, valuable, potion, and rune. We don't have any runes in this base set. You will get 1 point each for those. You will get 1 point each for each identical adjacent item, such as these scrolls there. You will get a certain number of bonus points for your Squire's bonus connections there, however that is. And then you will lose 1 point for each visible junk that is not covered up, except for whichever junk your particular Squire values. In Oru's case, points, food is worth 0 points instead of -1. And then you will get your score, and that's your score for the game. And in a solo game, you're trying to get 25 points to be a good Squire. It's a really fun little simple game. It takes about 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes to play. And you can play multiple games just back to back to back. And we've had quite a bit of fun. I've actually had some fun playing this solo as well. So that is the main core set volume 1 here. Your Mystic Runes core set, it comes with the same kind of cards. So you will get your Squires here, and you will get Atara, Gruffle, Muska, and Snowpaw as your 4 Squires. You will get your 2 scorecards. And then you will also get your encounter cards, which you have your quests, your dungeons, and your encounters. And then you will get your backpack, your loot cards. Now this pack here, it adds these runes as a new kind of item that can add a little twist to the scoring at the end of the game. And then there is also this Squire pack, and this is Squire pack 1. And this game is an expansion for both core sets. So in this expansion, you will get, let's see, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You will get 9 new Squires for the Mystic Runes and 9 new Squires for the original set. So you will get Muffins, Fox, Asha, Thistle, Kina, Pascal, Emmy, Rondlug, and Loghorn. And then for your Mystic Runes, you will get Koso, Marv, Windtail, Blue, Dendace, Lim, Tali, Galia, and Emery. And so if you like the game a lot and you want some various ways to score, you would want to pick up this package to add, or this expansion here, to add some more variety to your games. I think these are about, I want to say $12 or so each. I can't remember exactly, but I bought all 3 of them, and I'm happy that I did. I think these are great. They stack up, they don't take up a lot of room. You can easily tuck all 3 of these games into your small box cubby and keep these in a backpack and just pull them out to have a really nice kind of light, fun, and charming little puzzle tile laying kind of game. And it is nice also that it does work with 2 players. So, all right, you guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed taking this quick look at Squire for Hire, and we will talk to you later. Bye-bye.